And good evening, role players. Hopefully everybody can see me and hear me. Let's see if I can hear myself. Yep, I can hear myself. Excellent. Alrighty. Well, welcome to tonight's Game and Gab. If you're new, my name's Vic. If you're not new, hey, hi, hello, welcome back. How are you? Let's all get cozy, grab a snack, drink, and a blanket. We are going to do another round of Mass Effect, and we have Left-Handed Jedi to thank for requesting this. Um, so this is a big lead up to uh, next week's. No, it's still going to be this week. It's just the beginning of the week. Yes, okay, it's still going to be this week. So this Saturday on May 2nd at 2 p.m., I will be hosting my birthday stream where we'll also be airing the first show for Quest to Assess. So it is going to be pretty wild. I hope that everybody stops by. If you want to hear what the show is going to be, like what's it going to be like for the first episode, um, I recommend that you stick around for the next 30 minutes because in 30 minutes I will reveal publicly what the first episode will be. And for where we left off with Mass Effect, we left off with we were just about, so we had just finished exploring the Citadel. We got all our missions and stuff from there. We recruited most of our crew, but there is one crew member that we still haven't gotten. And we know her as an Asari scientist who studies the Protheans. So we need to go pick her up, and that is where we last left off. We just boarded back on the Normandy, and we're about to head off to go pick up the Asari scientist. Hence the title. So that's the plan. Whether or not it'll actually happen, like, sometimes you get a little distracted and new things happen, and so what you thought was going to happen, it takes another stream to get there. So, but that's the plan. We'll see. If you want to spread the love for roleplay stories, narratives, games, and whatever crazy crap we get away with, you know what to do. You can submit custom emojis for later use in live chats and also in current use for Discord and the Ready to Roleplay Discord server. You can see the link for that on the screen or in the description. The opinions of any guests that join my panel today are theirs alone and are not shared by myself, the channel, or the Creator Accountability Network. Independent fact-checking needs to be done on any claim made here today, including any made by myself. Our question of the week is, if you lived in the Mass Effect universe, which species would you choose to be? So there are a lot of species in the Mass Effect universe, more so than what can be played in like single player or multiplayer or whatever. So more than what's like on Normandy, in fact. So we've seen different species so far. We've seen the Elcor, the Volus. These are the ones that you don't tend to see like on the Normandy. Let's see, what else? Solarian. Um, what else have we seen? Oh, the Hanar. Those are the jelly-looking guys. And technically there was like an AI at one point that was like, you know, homicidal. So that did end up killing me because I didn't realize that I wasn't allowed to explore the small room we were in. But that one isn't a species. I think that was just like a one-off sort of thing. Although AI does exist, it's just very heavily regulated because of the Geth, which you might have seen on screen. The Geth are these android-looking guys who are AI that were created by the Quarians. So we just met a Quarian. Their faces are always hidden in behind their masks because I don't know, they have like some sort of uh, dense atmosphere in their masks or something. There are also the Turians. So these are the more playable races. Turians, I'm trying to remember what their names are. They're the big guys. The Krogans. Um, and you have the Asari. Gosh, what else? I think aside from humans, that might be as many as we've met so far. We'll definitely meet more. There are plenty more to come. But out of all of those, tell me in the comments what you like so far. Um, oh, yeah. By the way, if I hadn't said this already, human choices for your species that you would choose to be in the Mass Effect universe, human choices are viable, but they will be judged very heavily. Um, other than that, I take guests for the rest of the stream. And we do it via my community server, Ready to Roleplay. All people 18 and up are welcome to join me by clicking the link that I am pinning to the live chat, which is gonna be when I wake up. Oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. Okay, hold on. I got it. Here it is. And remember, 18 and up, please. There you go. So, if you want to join me for any sort of um, chit chat, we got that going on. And tonight is gonna be we're definitely gonna be chilling, but we're also going to be hyping up some cool excitement for the Quest to Assess live on May 2nd. Um, I think honestly it worked out really well that it happened to be on the birthday because I wanted to do a birthday stream anyway. And the game that I chose, so I've already bought it. I went ahead and took a look at the like intro and everything, and it already looks hilarious on top of being pretty like thought-provoking. So it's like it, it seems to be pretty self-aware about how um, psychologically like intense it is. So it's definitely going to be some cool fun. So if you think that it's all just going to be like, the quest resistance is going to be like all serious, like boring sort of shit, I promise you, this is going to be a freaking like prime laugh time. Okay, so I 100% uh, encourage everybody to take a look, see if it's your type of thing. Um, the biggest difference tends to be for between this show and the new show is that we're just going to cover some deeper topics. We're going to have deep dives. We're going to do some like really cool, psychological, philosophical, ideological stuff where we go like a little bit deeper. But in at about 8:15, I think is what we're going to do. So in 30 minutes, we will uh, do a reveal of what the game will be. what it's about, and what we'll be doing for the first episode. So I'm also creating a poll for us today. There we go. We got our poll up. Left-Handed Jedi says that he Googled them, and you want to go with the Quarians. They look cool. They do look cool. They seem to be more like technologically focused. I mean, makes sense. They created the AI species, I guess, that became self-aware and revolted against them. Am I using that right? I have to think about it. But yeah, so they they do techie things. Let's see here if I can pull up my I gotta actually like pull up the projector so I can see it. Oh, that's right. Let's turn up the volume for the console capture so you can hear it. Let me know what the audio is like for you guys. If either my voice or the game is too loud.
For Caliston.
Many decisions lie ahead.
Let's pull this up.
None of them
so
easy.
See chat. I'd like to be able to look at chat, please. Thank you. Let's see. Jedi says, the most intense TTRPG I've ever seen was when I was running a Vampire the Masquerade game at a sci-fi convention. Oh, the table next to ours was running Wraith the Oblivion. I don't know that one. One of the gals playing flipped out when she had a repressed memory come back. Poor thing. That's so funny. That actually reminds me of the time that I played Cult something about divinity. I forget. Anyway, there was a lot of stuff that you could do with like the psychological aspect. I mean, it was pretty much all psychology. And my character, one of their traits was, I guess technically it was called a disadvantage. Oh, please don't give me connection issues. Not when I just did this. Don't do this to me. Oh, thank goodness. I was just gonna be so upset. I was like, I just tested this. Yeah, that was something I was pleased to see. So the TTRPG theme is going to be continued with Quest to Assess. That's a another hint that we have to look forward to. Okie doke. So we left off. We came back to the Normandy, and we haven't set off for the place where the Asari is yet. But that's because we need to talk to our new crew members.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Oh, that's lovely. So, you can't stealth for too long.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Honestly, this is kind of more thought out than I remembered. This is pretty good. Oh, turn it up, you say. Okay, let me, pull this up then. Alright, I'm putting it into the yellow range. Oops, my blue light filter turned off. I gotta fix that. For some reason, whenever I pull up full screen, it does that. Alright, let me know what the audio is like for you there.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Glad to hear it.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
When I hear discharge the core, I mean, that sounds like you're getting rid of it. But I guess that could also mean you're, what? Venting it? I'm not quite sure
Your
what they mean by
ship's
discharge.
amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Oh, well, we got a renegade shepherd, so she's gotta be snippy.
I don't like the idea of aliens studying the architecture of Alliance ships.
Oh,
We're on
I guess
the
we're gonna
same
be
side
racist.
here. My people have more reason to hate the Geth than anyone, remember? But you can't blame me for being a little excited. I never dreamed I'd get a chance to travel on a ship as advanced as the Normandy.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Fleet's larger vessels, do. Yeah, so if you remember the story about the Quarians is they became space refugees when the Geth rebelled because the Geth didn't want to be slaves and they were like AI slaves and they grew sentient and were like, screw that. And so they rebelled And then the remaining Quarians that survived went off into space to be refugees. And the thing is that apparently their type of atmosphere and gravity conditions, well, specifically their atmosphere, and their immune system is so different from anywhere else in the universe that they can't just find any planet to live on. So they've just kind of been stuck in space for 300 years. And so their home is essentially a fleet. So that's why they say, like, the fleet is just this, group of space vessels. And the thing is that if you keep having generations and the population expands, you need more ships to take on that extra population. So they take essentially they send out their young adult, like adolescent to young adult, next generation to look for something to bring home to show that they can be a contributing member, because everything's about survival.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work, mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
That's interesting. 17 million. And they have technology that is far more advanced than ours. And think about, like, how much the population surges when you have that technology. But at the same time, and this is something that a lot of like doomsdayist, the population is too large sort of mindsets don't understand. When you look at the statistics, and before I knew this, I was a little worried about, like, the fact that we have exponential growth. But at a certain technological level, when you have when everyone has access to healthcare, reproductive care, family planning, they have, medicine, homes, like nobody is suffering. The population stabilizes and in some cases goes down, like we see with South Korea and Japan. They have such good healthcare and resources for everybody that people are more likely to focus on their career and plan instead of having children, at an early age, or in cases where they don't have the education. Unfortunately, education plays a big role in this. If the person is uneducated about reproductive health, then they're more likely to have like teen pregnancy and things like that, which is a huge problem here in the South. Like here in Texas, there's no sex ed, and because of that, we have some pretty high teen pregnancy rates. The same goes for any like reproductive health, abortion access, care, things like that, that also will exponentially increase teen pregnancy. So, you know, when a population has access to education, healthcare, um, room and board, and nobody is in abject poverty, that's when you're more likely to see the population stabilize and go down. So there's also always a population capacity or like a resource capacity. So in this case, for their fleet, for the Quarian fleet, their reproductive capacity would be limited by their resources. Let's see. Kind of reminds me of the Alari from from Warhammer 40K and their craft world. I heard somewhere that China is looking at a huge population issue because of the one baby/family policy. They have so many people approaching retirement and no one to support them. Yep. Yeah. That is also a big thing that we see for populations that have better healthcare, where you have an aging population, but if the other half of the population isn't of a working age, then they struggle to support them. And that's another problem that we see here, where we should be having more like social healthcare to support the older population, but in America we are scaling back our social healthcare programs, and a lot of people are getting hurt by it, myself included, because I have my own health problems, and I also have a physical disability, which means that I can only do like gig work from home. And so healthcare is a huge problem right now in Texas. And yeah, it's been a rough survival, and it's really unfortunate that people are being so apathetic to so many people, you know? I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine being in a case where it's like, fuck you, I got mine, you know? Because, like, if I just think about it, if I just extrapolate for like 1 minute, I can think, if everybody else has that attitude, then when I'm in trouble, no one's going to come help me. So I just kind of don't see how you can just shut your brain off at fuck you, I got mine. Like, it always so strange to me. Anyway, one second, I'm gonna close my door before it gets too late. So my avatar will come off for just a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, so it is interesting because these types of topics might also come up in Quest to Assess. In fact, the goal will be talking about ideology and all that. Here you go. I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's try and set the position so it's not so weird. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alrighty. So, unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted. This is going to get deep into some political ideology. Let's see what happens.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Here you
If our
go,
population
Jedi.
grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us
Interesting.
well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's a very interesting rule, but the hard part is trying to enforce that because, practically speaking, the military is what enforces those sorts of things. So if the Admiralty Board makes a unanimous decision to overrule the Conclave, and they also unanimously decide that they don't want to resign their positions, and they control the military, and the military doesn't pop back against them, technically speaking, you could have a military oligarchy. And we also, we've seen the problem when you have that sort of like one-child rule situation. It doesn't, unless people have access to family planning and reproductive education and, everything that it takes to reduce population size, a law is not going to stop births from happening. Things happen, people get pregnant, and the results are very cruel, unfortunately. And also, you'll see, like, usually a dramatic rise in crime rates once that next generation comes through because culture may favor like one particular sex over the other, or raise them in a certain way, and if that's the case, they can feel isolated, especially if it is what we saw with China, because there were cultural traditions that favored males over females. There was a huge rise in male population. The female population would be like, you know, subject to exposure or, put in adoption programs that would take them out of the country, things like that. And that led to a surge in crime rates once that generation had fully grown because there was an excess of males and a disproportionately low number of females, and as you've seen, where it's harder for people to meet in person, you get that whole um, you know, like red pill, black pill sort of thing happening, and it's unfortunate. Um, in this case, like in America, especially, it's it's more cultural than anything because we still have the pretty much 50-50, although it's like 51-49% sort of thing, population. But since everything is online and we rarely meet in person, then people can feel more alone. And that just goes across the board, like not just men, you know, uh, women, non-binary, uh, all sorts of people. It's harder to meet in person, and communities tend to be online. And you can choose your community. You can choose who you have access to, and it can also be a subconscious thing where you start to isolate yourself into these very insular communities that may be technically a minority in the global population, but that it doesn't look that way to you. Stuff like that. So, uh, tough and complex topics with a lot of nuance. And remember to fact check everything I said. So, the thing that I heard about the crime rates was something that it was like an article a while back. So if this were like Quest to Assess, what I would do is I would pull up my browser. I'd share it with you guys, and then we do a quick little research journey to see if that claim is true. So, but because we're just chilling right now, I'm going to leave that up to you, and then I'll double check it later to see if I need to correct myself, which I probably did. I heard that a really long time ago.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, what did you expect? Jedi says, but can the Geth evolve? It has been 300 years, because I like to think outside the box. Essentially, the current, at this point, is, they kind of kept to themselves for 300 years, in the area where the Quarians used to live. And because they prevented any outsiders from crossing into their space, nobody could really know what was going on. They have suddenly now, at the time of this Mass Effect game, they are suddenly working with Saren, the rogue Spectre, to try to bring back the Reapers, which is like a synthetic, I don't know, some sort of like synthetic extermination force. Like they wipe out the Milky Way galaxy every 50,000 years of all life that is that has access to the faster than light travel through the mass relays. The remake of Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, you know what? I don't even remember too much of the original Battlestar Galactica, so I definitely don't even know anything about the remake. But yeah, so generally speaking, it looks like they're trying to bring back the Reapers. We are told that it's because they revere the Reapers and see them as like the pinnacle of synthetic life. So we don't know yet. We don't know exactly what's going on, but we'll definitely learn more about the Geth and see, like, have they progressed more since then.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Serves you right.
You got what you deserved.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Oh, that's true. Not everyone. They haven't killed Saren.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Alright, I think that's
Like
all
what?
of it.
I should go.
So there you go, Jedi. We got
See you
a
later.
thorough look into what the Quarians are like. And I think we've already have we spoken to the Krogan?
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Oh, let's see what big deal means for Renegade Shepard.
Yeah, they tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Oh boy. Of course it is. Wow.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Really? After hearing that, Renegade Shepard is gonna say, so what? What? Gosh, the apathy.
You're still here. Can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset
You weren't trying to upset him?
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
You said, there's no difference. We're not affected by a genetic shit that, a genetic pathogen that makes us, slowly die out. Like, what the hell?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know It makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Doesn't mean an
Ask a
entire
Krogan.
species can't
Would
try.
he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's
That
just
feels
who
kind
we
of
are,
speciesist.
Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Yeah, that feels like people
So
don't
long,
understand
Lex.
diversity.
Shepard.
Like, a species doesn't evolve to exist without some diversity. We already talked to Ashley. Garrus?
Commander, how are you?
I guess we already talked to him. How do they have advanced tech if there are no scientists? Yeah, they had to discover the mass relays on their own. You can't just, like, join the council or be introduced to, like, the Citadel or whatever without them being able to go into space to pass their solar system. We know that they were recruited by the council to kill the oh goodness, I forget. I think it's a species that starts with an R. They're like an insect species, and they like were super numerous and all that. But then, you know, after they finished fighting that war, they kept expanding and then getting into more conflicts with people. And so that's when the Turians fought them, and the Turians started losing against them because the Turians are also militaristic, but whereas Krogan are like a head force brute sort of thing, like brute force head first sort of thing. That's what I was trying to say. The Turians are like more militaristic strategy sort of thing. But as far as like tech after they've seen the mass relays, they could have just like, you know, been hired and then bought technology from others, but they had to get the tech to the mass relays first.
Commander, something you need?
I have to go.
I forgot.
See you.
The way you tell somebody you don't just talk, you just gotta go to the galaxy map. Oh, but before we do that, before we do the galaxy map, we're gonna do the big reveal that I promised. So we've got a big reveal for Saturday. All right. Let's see. We got 5 people watching right now, so if you haven't already, go ahead and if you can, like the stream, and you know, sub if you haven't. But this is going to be a big announcement reveal for the Saturday live show. So if you can, share this out and let people know so that we can have more people join us for our cool discussions. And you know, if you're just joining me, we're playing a bit of Mass Effect, and I had this is the first Mass Effect game, and we're about to go seek out these Asari scientists. But the big reveal that I promised at the beginning of the show comes with one more question for people who can answer in the comments. It is our question of the week. So, first, please let me know what you want to see more or less of in the comments. And if you don't have any critiques, tell me your answer to the question of the week. If you lived in the Mass Effect universe, which species would you choose to be? Human choices are viable, but they will be judged. And now, for the big announcement, your support made 2 weekly live streams possible. So, on that note, it's time to publicly announce the first game that will open the new show for my birthday stream on May 2nd at 2 p.m. Central Time. Drum roll, please. Insert drum roll here. Snare drum roll. There you go. Put your hands together for Disco Elysium. That is the game that we will be playing. It'll be the first game that we play. You may not have heard this. This is a hidden gem that is about investigating murders while battling your inner psyche in a fictional 70s inspired world. I want to give my special thanks to Potion Seller for recommending it. This game, I've already played the first part of it. Like I said, it has some great jokes, while also exploring some hard-hitting topics. So I think it is going to be really fun to play and discuss with you guys. I really would love to see as many people join us as possible for that first live stream on Saturday. So that'll be this Saturday, May 2nd at 2 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be a biggie. That way we can see, kind of set the pace for what the show is going to be. And I'll go ahead and pull up, let's see, I'll pull up Disco Elysium here. I'll pull up some pictures of it. You can choose what kind of investigator you are. And it's got a pretty interesting, kind of dystopian vibe to it. And this is Disco Elysium, the final cut. Let's see if I can pull up little videos or something so you can see. Oh, and the cool part about Disco Elysium is that it runs like a tabletop role-playing game. So it has the same sort of roles, stats sort of thing, and the stats are pretty simplified. I think the highest you can go is a 6. And I learned pretty quickly that you can't just put a stat of 1 in your physique, because literally the first thing I did in the game killed me. I got a heart attack. So I played it for all of 10 seconds and I died. So it is pretty fun. But let's see here. I'm going to pull this up. And let me bring this up on... I'm going to have to put up a new browser. Here we go. Browser. Let's go Elysium, and then we're going to pull this up. Oh, no, wait. Not that one. I know what I want. Oops, hold on. Hold on 1 second. And let me put it on studio mode so this isn't super embarrassing. Right. I'm gonna put it on window capture. It needs to be, yeah, window capture. I'll pull it up on, there we go. That. Okie doke. Let's do a quick. There we go. And here is a quick look at Disco Elysium. I'm going to keep the audio off for now, just, you know, for copyright purposes. But it is a role-playing adventure, and it was released in 2019. It is isometric. While it does give you the option to click and point, you can move around using the WASD keys, which is nice. And you're like looking around and solving murder mysteries while also trying to you can also be a disco king apparently. Look at that. Go for it. Anyway, it looks very fun. The jokes in the beginning are they're very like sarcastic, sort of making fun of yourself, and the premise is hilarious, honestly. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope that we can have a fun discussion together about it. Yeah, the cover art is a hoot. And like how you discover how you look is hilarious. It's like so much self-deprecation. I love it. It's honestly, it's my type of humor all the way. Let me pull that back. We'll bring it back to Mass Effect. Anyway, it looks cool. I really hope that you'll join me for this. If you're seeing this, it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, I want to give my shout outs to Left Handed Jedi because today's game was initially requested by him. He is a patron on my Patreon. You can make your own game and topic requests for future streams by joining my $1 per month tier on Patreon. And if you're like wondering on how to get your perks, make sure that you check your Patreon messages if you join the Hatchling tier. So, and I will let you know if you haven't used them already, which perks you have for the month. And every new month that you subscribe, you can give another game and topic suggestion. Excuse me, sorry, I'm having a hard time breathing a little bit. But so the cool part, I think, I enlisted a little help from Wolfo. So essentially, how we are ensuring that everybody gets a turn and we're not staying on one game for too long when people are requesting it. We're essentially spending 2 weeks on a game that we switch back and forth. So Mass Effect is a really long-term game, and it's a big role-playing game. So if I played it to the end, I mean, we'd be doing it for months before we got to the end of it. So when someone else makes a request, I'm sorry, there's going to be a little pause while I try to breathe. When someone makes a request, I play that game for 2 weeks. Then if someone else has made another request, I play that for 2 weeks, and then I switch back and forth for 2 weeks until another request is made or we finish the game. So it'll just be switching back and forth. And so, for example, we did 2 weeks of Mass Effect. Then I got another game request that was 2 weeks for whatever the hell, for Papers, Please. And now we're back for Mass Effect for this week and next week's Gaming Gab. And this is going to be on top of the games that you will see for Quest to Assess. So Quest to Assess will be a little different. Those essentially will be playing the game as much as can be until the end, or I don't know, until something happens. And then my supporters decide what the next discussion game will be. And so already you guys have said you would be interested in doing kind of a deep dive into Papers, Please, and sort of the ideological implications of a world like that, and sort of like, you know, the politics of immigration and the history that is that it's based off of, things like that. So that means that we'll be cycling through games quite a bit on the channel, so be sure to take a look if there's a game that's currently being played for the next couple weeks. You'll see another one cycle in on Game and Gab, and then there will always be the current ongoing game for Quest to Assess. So Disco Elysium will be going for a while until we finish it, and then the next game for Quest to Assess will be chosen by you. So if that sounds good to you, let me know. If you feel like there's a better system, I am always open to suggestions. So please let me know. Other than that, remember, let's see, my Patreon page is linked in the description, so if you want to support me, you can through there. Since I wanted to get started, I didn't do this in the beginning, but I'll go ahead and say it now. You might have heard about the Creator Accountability Network if you're in the secular humanism community. They don't kick the can down the road. Restorative Practice addresses ethical content right now. You can go to their link in the description for more resources and information. And let's take a look at our poll. So far, we have 100% saying they will be there. Are you hyped for the new live show on May 2nd? Excellent. Love to see that. If you're here and watching, go ahead and vote. Tell me, are you going to be able to be there for the new live show on May 2nd, where we'll be playing Disco Elysium? It'll be at 2 p.m. Central. Stop by, see if it's your thing. Other than that, let's continue playing. Pull up the projector so I can see. All right. Now let's head off for the Asari scientist. I hope it'll remind me which planet. Oh, cool. Supposedly you can shrink by the longest proteins. Gravity is simulated through rotation. Interesting. 0.3 standard gravity on the Pisidium. Okay, well, so that makes sense for gravity to be simulated via centrifugal force on the Citadel. But what about the ships like the Normandy? Like, we're just chilling with artificial gravity. Oh, whoops. I didn't know that's what that would happen. I didn't need to exit the map. Crud. I thought it would exit the area. Okay, sorry. The R's dig site. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad. So it doesn't tell us which. We just have to figure it out. Well, it had us open on Sparta, so we'll try that. Small deposit of blue turian. Okay. Ah, damn it! I did the wrong button to do it again. I need to get used to that. So silly. So silly. So I essentially have to scan each planet. Can't scan this one. That's the next orbit.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Here we go. Atlas is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide, which faraway deserts. Is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gradient of the gas giants. It's highly dangerous. Okay. Guess we're landing. Oh, did you see how they had a blue and red shift going on there? So blue shift to the front half, red shift to the back for faster than light. Okay. We're of course gonna have Garrus. And we need more biotic strength. So we'll do Caden for the healing stuff. Unless, does Rex do? Nope. Alright, let's do that then. Answering a distress call. I see nothing on my map. What am I supposed to be looking at? That's debris. Oh, that's the distress signal, and that's the anomaly. Okay. We'll do a little exploring. I don't think that this is where Liara was, but I'm doing sniper. I think maybe I want support. I don't care about him doing melee damage, but I do want him doing more assault rifle stuff. Alright, I'll do that. Turn me around. There you go. So this is probably not taking us to Liara this time. But it's not telling me exactly which planet she's on, so I'm just gonna keep exploring until I find it. Oh. Holy shit. Oh, I died. I think that's what that... I guess it's a good thing I saved. I couldn't even see it. It was like having such a hard time loading. Wow. Okay. So I have no idea how to maneuver while that Thresher Maw is moving, because every time that Thresher Maw moves, the thing locks up. Straight here. Fuck. But I used the Omni Jail. Oh fuck. Facing the wrong way, dummy. Oh, crud, you can move. Where are you? Oh. I feel like I'm hardly making any progress on this health. Oh! Just... Fred, I might not survive this. I might not survive! Die! Okay. How do I even attack this guy? Like, I don't see any difference. Oh, did I get too far away? Okay, I think I'm too far away. Right, if I just chill here and repair. Alright, there we go. Do I have any, like, missiles aside from just the machine gun? I do! that hit me pretty hard. I gotta get out of the way. Not far enough. Okay, area secure. I'm not gonna have enough gel to make it through. He's almost dead. Unless he heals every time I leave the area. Okay, close. There we go. Alright. Back in action. If I get hit again, I'm screwed. I have no... I can do like one more repair and then I'm dead. Almost dead. Killed him. So I think everybody here is dead. Now, how do I leave? There we go.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress.
These are Admiral Cahoon's men. We need to tell them what happened here.
So, I guess this was deliberately put here. Can I disable this? Guess not. He's not saying anything. Alright. Wield it. Alright. Let's see. Now. Go to the anomaly, I guess? So, that looks like a setup. I don't think we met an ad. Or maybe that was that guy who was at the, like, embassy tower? I can't remember. Oh, let's save, by the way, since that took forever. Okay, what is the anomaly? Mummified Solarian. Any tag recovered. You found Captain Milan's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. Okay. Is that it? Guess that's it. And then we'll head to the debris and then we'll clear this place. also do a save. Yeah, like I said, we planned to go save the Asari, but looks like they're gonna make us work for it to get to her. It's been a really long time since I played this, so I apologize that I have forgotten all the story beats, or at least the pacing of it. Debris.
Got it.
Crashed probe. Oh, my electronics are too low. I think I have the highest. Yep, I think I'm the only one with the highest. And you don't have it. And you don't have it. So, alright. Guess we'll just leave. Return to Normandy. I don't know, a hard time breathing through my nose. Alright. I don't know what it is, but every time I play games right at this time of night, my nose just always gets all stuffed up. Alright, so let's zoom out. That was that list. Next one is Altaya. Nothing here. And next is Antamalka. Survey. Gas deposit. Okay. Last one. Alright, that was it. So we gotta find another solar system. Try and mass it on. There's the blue shift in front and the red shift in the back. Very interesting detail. I don't think I caught that before. Land. Warning, level 1 pressure. Why would I land? What's here? I'll keep that in mind, but I don't know why I would land there. Nothing here. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet Borolon when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings in its storage compartment. Okay. Not sure what that entails, but found some interesting stuff. And we'll survey. Gas deposit. Okay. So this was the only place that had something to land. So let's see what that means. There's a level 1 pressure hazard because it's a dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. With deposits of sulfur. Non-buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds. They present a hazard in areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, including human treasures. EVAs are discouraged. I wonder what that means. EVA. EVA. That must be done. I don't know what EVA means. EVA. What am I missing? I mean, yeah, you know, I am having fun. I like being able to chat with people, of course. I do wish we had some more chatters to have a little back and forth, but I love playing. I'd be playing video games anyway, so I'm happy to share this with people. Oh, I don't have Omni Gel. It didn't replenish any. How do I replenish? How do I replenish the Omni Gel? Let's take a look at the codex. Let's see if it says anything about ships and vehicles.
Faster than light drives use larger warships are generally
here, the vehicles.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, M35 is
okay. It just says explore the uncharted worlds of the Artemis Town Cluster. So I legit have to go through each one to find where she might be. That's lovely. And I love how, like, they're like, oh, you want open world? Just explore each world to see what happens. Okay. This is debris. That's the stronghold, and that's an anomaly. Okay. We'll take a look at this one first, and then we go up top. And what I'll do is I will save, because we might die since I can't repair my thing. So, I don't know if the level 1 hazard means, like, we're in trouble if I step outside, or if something will eventually happen to Marco. It doesn't look like anything's happening to Marco so far. I think it's if I step outside of the game. So I just have to click or something. Something is over here. Alright, let's see.
Redeploying.
Okay, yeah, there. See, there's the little timer. Go. Recoil damper and hammerhead rounds. Okay, we'll take all. We'll jump back in the vehicle. I just want to jump up. There we go. Thank you. Alright, let's take a look at equipment. What do I use? I use a sniper rifle and a pistol. Okay. I have a combat sensor. Okay. I want weapon stability. We'll take that. And then for, there it is. Accuracy. Reduce equal plus 12. I don't know what the difference is between these. What's the difference between accuracy and stability? I guess I want stability. I think I want stability. Because the thing moves around a lot. Plus 50% damage versus synthetics. Plus 25. We'll keep that. Oh, whoops. That isn't what I wanted. I want to keep armor piercing rounds for you, and then for Garrus, we'll give you your assault rifle. Improved sighting. Oops. Man, I am just struggling with the... Yeah, we'll do hammerhead rounds for you. And, Caden. Let's take a look at your pistol, high caliber. And they're the same. Okay. Now let's save and let's continue our exploration. I think the stronghold is the next closest. I think that's maybe back up. Here we go. Off we go to the wild yonder. Fire time. Audible, you're really good. Oh, I see some red dots. I think that means hostiles. Hostile targets. Man, I really need Metagel. I got nothing. Why is this not killing him? Fuck it. Ball. Oh, I'm about to die.
Taking hits. We're hit. We're taking damage. We're taking damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Taking hits.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to get better. Yeah, we're dead. Here we go. I gotta go back to the Normandy and figure out how to, I gotta figure out how to restore Metagel. Okay. Can I go back? I can't. I think I'm gonna have to just let myself die and then go back to the phone. See if I clear that. Okay. Now, well, I mean, nope. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to let myself die. Alright, let's go ahead and die, and then, we'll, but that doesn't mean I'll go down without a fight. I will try and see if I can bring this one more, although I am about to die, so it'll probably only take one shot. I just love how I'm passively on fire. Yeah, I got another. Who else we can take out? Yeah, I got another one. Are we going to survive this?
All compromised. We're hit.
Oh, I got something in my inventory? What did I get? shotgun and assault rifle. Why is that got such awful aim? So far off. There we go. Okay, there's only one left. Let's see if I can make it. We'll, oh, I can't save. Alright. Holy shit! Wow, I didn't die. How interesting. Okay. Alright, let's see where the door is. There it is. Just casually run through all the barriers. Alright. Let's see if we can exit. And enter building. I hope it'll let me save. Yeah, it will. Okay, great. All right. It's go time.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Damn. Oh, Kate's down. Let me get out my, hold on. Let me get this one. Come on. See, look at that. That stabilization is awful. Go on the other one. There we go. Where are you? I'm gonna have to swap.
Shield's disabled.
Oh, just me now. Come on out. Come on out. They're moving too fast. Oh, what killed me? What just happened? Oh, someone did a warp on me. That's what happened. Okay, got one. Okay, let's see. How can I not hit you when you're like that? Come on out. I might be overrun. Just a little bit. Got one. Oops. unwarped me. It's an Asari slaver. Oh. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, I'm blocked. Oh, I'm almost dead. Oh, she gonna kill me. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. We'll try that again. Well, yeah, I can get... I've got a bunch of metagel. The question is... so... I've got a bunch of Omnigel, and I've got metagel for, like, me as a soldier, but I don't know how to get repair gel for, like, the, Mako.
Go, go, go!
I will destroy you!
Okay, let's be a little bit... We're gonna use Sabotage. Barrier. I'm gonna use Overload.
I'm on. I'm on.
Wheel south.
Ah! I'm on. You must die. Locked and loaded.
I got one last one there. Oh, yeah, so she was the Hardy. There you go, someone got her. Got her. There we go. Good grief, that was difficult. Alright. So, what I used right there, that was Medigel. And that was on my person. And I, like, had 6 of it. I had excess, so that's fine. But the problem was, I couldn't find more, stuff for the Mako. I need, like, repair stuff for the Mako. Okay, let's see. I can synthesize Omnigel for yes, I can do that. I've got plenty of Omnigel. At least I'm pretty sure. How do I double check? See, like, you can take all these, you can reduce some to Omnigel, stuff like that. Let's see my resources. Okay, maybe the stuff to repair the Mako is Omnigel? Let's see. I will Let's see, is this... Garrus doesn't need that, so let's reduce this and see if that ups the 13 mark there. Oh, it does. Okay, so Omnigel is what repairs the Mako. Okay, all right. I stand corrected. Yep, that makes sense. Sorry about that, Jedi. But yeah, I've got plenty of Metagel. That's easy to pick up. It's just the Omnigel that apparently is what I need. So, Garrus. None of us really use the shotgun. We'll keep that around for... make sure you get the edge. And we'll make you Omnigel. And the rest... Humans 1490. Go ahead and delete that one so we get Omnigel. Okay, that's it. Do a quick save. And then we'll keep going. This will have to be the last area, so I don't think we're gonna see the Asari scientist. I think this one will have to end with the completion of this area. Armor upgrade, and grenade upgrade. Okay. I'm the only one with grenades, so let's take a look. 30% toxic damage. That gives me more radius weapons force damage. Yeah, so I'll keep it like that. Armor upgrades. I have 1.5 health generation per second. Toxin resistance, cooldown. Okay, none of that's really helpful. What about Garrus? You get plus 15. Yes, let's see. Providing protection against concussive force delivered by explosions, high impact, and biotic attacks. Yeah, we'll keep that one for you. And plus 10% hard toxin resistance. We'll keep that. All right. There we go. Got another edge 2 and phaser rounds 3. I want to level up. We'll use that level up so that I can unlock more stuff. Because I am apparently low on electronics. Caden will give you more medical stuff. And Garrus will up your tactical armor. Because you're not doing well on that front. Okay. I think I have something that he can wear that is... Yeah, there we go. Alright, that should do it. Oops. Do that. That's what we wanted. Omnigel is that one. That's what we wanted. Okay. All right. Neat. All right, and investigate. Test. Discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this. Alright. Well, I'm surprised that I survived. Very interesting. Think over here. Oh.
I'm here if you need me.
I always need you, Garrus. You're my emotional support turian. Was I just over here? Yeah, I was just over here. So what's that other door? I don't think I've been through this door. Oh, medical station. It said easy decryption. That was pretty amazing. Okay, we have medium armor for human and light armor for human. Okay, and then we get +3 meta gel. So we were only down 1 though. Pistols. Okay, cool. So that was a little storage area. What about Caden? Well, what about me? Can I use any of this? No. That doesn't help with damage reduction, but it does up my shields and techbiotics, so yeah, why not? Looks like it's the same as Ashley's armor. Okay. Let's make sure Garrus. Yeah, we'll give you that one. We'll save the shotguns for our Krogan and Ashley, and none of these are better, but Caden might use these. Edge 3, yeah. Yeah, we'll give him the Edge 3. And we'll take a look at possibly helping Quarian. Reaper 2. I didn't want to remove my accuracy rating, so I was okay to go a little bit lower on the damage. But yeah, we'll do that for you. Why not? And then get myself some more Omni Gel. Alright, I think that's it. We'll work on the upgrades later. But we'll go ahead and save. And then we'll head out. And there was one last place we needed to go over before we leave the planet. Going the right way. Here it is. Yeah, sorry, Jedi. Alright, we're all repaired. It says there's still a thing here, but I explored the whole building. Let's see. Clear it. It's acting as if there's still some plot thing here. What am I missing? What's wrong? Here. We'll go back inside and check the map inside and see if I'm... Please don't respawn a bunch of people and be really weird like that. Okay, let's look at the map. We already explored everything. There's nothing left, right? Okay, good. No one was respawned. Okay. We went that way. Right? We already went straight across. Well, maybe we didn't. Maybe... Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is the little storage area. Okay. Maybe that exclamation mark just stays there? Yeah, we got everything in here. Oh, there was a... Nope, never mind. Sorry, I thought I saw something else, but that was just the door control. Okay, yeah. I don't see anything. I think we're done here. So I guess that exclamation mark just stays there to tell you where the stronghold is, but... yeah, there's, there ain't nothing. Nothing over here. I think we cleared this place. I don't see anything. Oh, there is a medical kit, but I don't really need it. Okie doke. Yeah, I guess that exclamation just stays there. So we finished. Alright, let's grab the anomaly and then we'll finish up for the day. Just have to run everything over again. 1 second. I don't have to get out to get those. No, do I have to? No, hold on. Alright, I think I'm moving out. Great. Did the thing. All done. Alright, now let's go to the anomaly. A little shelter. Yeah, stay out here a lot. Sorry, capsule. Matriarch's writings recovered. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Okay, so this is a multi-part thing. We're getting lots of them. It's going to be scattered all throughout. Okay. We're going to return to Normandy. And then we'll close up. Jedi, I just saw your thing. Was there another hallway that I missed? Probably very much the same. Same idea. I mean, there are only so many ways that you can design an armored rover, you know? I think Halo, they called it a warthog or something like that. But yeah, okay. So that is it for this area. We will, let's go ahead and go to, so that I don't forget. We just finished this solar system. We have 2 more to go. She's gonna be in one of these places. She's either in Athens or Knossos. Interesting that they're all Greek names. So Macedon, Sparta, Knossos, and Athens, of course. Let's do a quick survey since we're here. If it tells me to land on any of them, I'll just say it. I think that's all of them. Oh no, wait, here we go. Pharos. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the magma colony insignia. Okie doke. And that's all the planets. Zoom out, and then so that means that it has to be Knossos. But just in case it forces me to like land somewhere, I'm gonna go ahead and exit now. Because I don't want it to accidentally carry me away into a new mission. I'm not ready for that yet. I need some time. Okay. That was our mission for today. So we have it set up so that we should see Liara next time. We will find her next time, for sure. She can only be in one place left. This is the last solar system. So, Jedi, you said there seemed to be a hallway on the far right side of that location. That hallway was the one that I used to get upstairs, I believe, because there was only there was that storage room, and then there was a hallway to go upstairs, and then a balcony that you walked across, and then that office that was on top of the storage room that was at the location. Yeah, save that channel. Okay, so we for sure should see Liara next time. which means I'm gonna have to retitle this stream to getting mauled by a Thresher maw. So with all that, I appreciate everybody who joined me today. I've noticed Tuesdays tend to be much slower than Mondays, but I just found that I had to cancel Monday way too often. Like, there was just no way that I was going to be able to keep that up long term, especially you know, as my schedule started to pick up. So you know, as far as consistency goes, Tuesday night seems like a winner. Though I do wish that we could have more people join us for chat. But I love having you guys with us. Especially Jedi, you're always sticking around. I really appreciate it. It's been it's always a blast having you with me. So the next time that I see you, it will be Saturday afternoon, May 2nd at 2 p.m. Central. Please remember, we've got the question of the week, so if you can, answer in the comments. If you lived in the Mass Effect universe, which species would you choose to be? Like I said, human choices are viable, but will be judged. Make sure that you tell me why you would choose that species. And remember that the premise is you're living in the Mass Effect universe, so that means that you're whatever species you choose, it's going to be one that has futuristic technology, access to faster than light travel, access to the Citadel, and the you know, all that special stuff. So if that changes your choice, let me know. Personally, as far as like abilities go, I am like, I'm kind of fascinated by the bionic abilities. And the Asari have the best bionic abilities that you don't have to get like implants for, which the implants apparently can be very problematic. And I already have enough chronic health issues, so I don't need to give myself more. So the Asari seem pretty good. The Turian, I don't know. I think they look cool. I like their voice. It gives that that vocal, like, I don't know how to. It's not like I call it a vocal twang, but that's not quite what it is. It's like a double layered voice. So that looks pretty cool. And I like their little face paint, the different face paint that they can put on. That's always cool. But the Asari also has some pretty cool face paint patterns. Yeah, I think. Oh, but the Hanar, that looks fun. The Hanar looks fun. I think I'm stuck between the Hanar and the Asari. Of course, I go for the ones that are like the less heavily armored, right? But yeah, I think I would like to try out bionic abilities, but there is a very rare condition that comes from having innate biotic abilities that are very powerful. Because apparently you can become a weapon of mass destruction, and we see that. I don't think it's in this game. I think it's in later games, so I won't spoil it. But there is a downside to having really cool biotic abilities that are just, you know, innate, that you're born with. So that essentially there's a very, very small chance that you could be born as a very dangerous, out of control version of that. So who knows? All that said, excuse me while I keep yawning because I can't breathe. If you enjoyed this, please consider conceptually side hugging the like button. It's a great way to leave a tip. If you didn't like it, dislike and comment why. Subbing will notify you of the exact time I go live. Excuse me. And it will also get us closer to those custom emojis that we can use in chat. Don't forget, sub so that you can see when I go live on Saturday. You can keep the roleplay discussion and fun going on the Ready to Roleplay server. You can join our growing roleplaying community server with the link either on screen or in the description. I want to give my thanks again to the Creator Accountability Network. Remember, you can see their link in the description to see how you can be a part of making the creator space more ethical. We are going to see if we can raid somebody. If there's anybody live. Is there anybody live? Oh, we have Leaving Faith and we have Dapper Dinosaur. Let's see. Dapper Dinosaur tends to be ending around this time. He's been going for a while. So he might be ending. I'll go ahead and send you his way. Because it will be the closest. And if not, if he's ending too soon, I'll be playing back his live. But if he's ending too soon, then the next one is honestly Sarah from Leaving Faith is just so sweet and so chill. I highly recommend it. She answers a lot of questions about deconstructing from, you know, Christianity or just religion in general, and also she is pretty like knowledgeable about. She's a physician, so this would be, I believe it's Sarah without an H. And there you go. That's hers. Sarah from Leaving Faith. So you got a couple options to choose. Alrighty. Okay, so for everyone who made it this far, thank you for joining our chill goofs, gaffs, and gabs. I hope it provided a chance for you to kick back and listen until you're ready to sleep, or I hope I at least kept you company for the evening. We will see you on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, so that we can begin our quest to assess. But if I don't see you then, I'll see you next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central when we can resume our game while we get up. Have a good night, everybody.